Happy Monday, Ross. We are here at Caol Ila Distillery, one of the Diageo brand homes, four corners of Johnny Walker. An amazing place.
Yeah, absolutely stunning, state-of-the-art brand home. And we're going to try something a bit new from Caol Ila, a Colombian Oak finish.
Nice. Sounds exotic.
Yeah, let's go enjoy it.
Ross, here we are then at the warehouse in Caol Ila for Fèis Ìle 2025. A really solid distillery.
Yeah, I absolutely love visiting these four corner distilleries. They are, in terms of the brand homes, I feel like I'm entering the future of whiskey, which is great. And we're joined with two fantastic guests. We have Martin and Lisa. Thank you so much for having us here.
Yeah, it made us feel very welcome. Martin, you're fairly new in the job as distillery manager. Tell us, what's your story? Where have you come from?
I've been here for about 8 months working at Caol Ila. Previously working in packaging.
Cool.
Came here brand new last year and just absolutely delighted working for this historical site.
And this is your first festival as well.
This is my first festival, our first bottle. Everything's a first for me this year.
Absolutely, that's cool. And Lisa, you're from the events and sort of experience side. Obviously, Fèis is a big deal, not just for Caol Ila, but for the whole island. How have the last few weeks been for you?
Good, yeah. I mean, definitely very chaotic. It's a very busy time. But yeah, it's been good. I started the role like 2 weeks before Fèis last year, so I was there in person, but very much a baptism of fire.
Well, we enjoyed the festival last year, so the team that you're working with certainly done a good job. In terms of the island, how important is Fèis and how important is Caol Ila Day to the team here?
It's amazing. Throughout the island, even like hospitality, obviously all the distilleries is something that's just on our calendar. It's nice seeing everyone come together, and it's amazing what we can do for a small island. Just welcome everyone in.
So this year, 2025, is there sort of a theme? Is there a concept for Caol Ila? What are you sort of celebrating this year?
Just sort of going with the experimental. Obviously, it's an 8-year-old, it's a bit of a younger liquid this year, so we're sort of leaning into that and seeing how we could play with the number 8.
We've been speaking so much about Islay distilleries and peated spirit actually being really good at a younger age. This is quite different for Caol Ila because it's a different cask makeup, Martin.
Yes.
What have we got this year?
So this year's release is made up of PX and Oloroso, and then finished off in a Colombian roast.
Yeah, and do you know how long do you finish in something like the roasted Colombian Oak for?
For this one, we have finished it in 20 months, so I've been 20 months.
It's a pretty good finish for a whiskey of this age, Laurie.
I feel like some distilleries try and get away with almost like a 20-minute finish. Like, is that really going to have much impact? But 20 months, that's plenty of time.
We're not that familiar with Colombian Oak, Virgin Oak. We've had a couple of expressions on the channel before in Virgin Oak, but actually what we're expecting, I guess, this to accelerate that maturation. It is an 8-year-old, but actually we're looking for something that might be a wee bit wiser on the palate and also bring a wee bit of spice sometimes, Virgin Oak, for me.
Is there any, like, what are the characteristics of Colombian Oak? What makes it different from, say, American or European oak?
The oak is gated, so the trees grow 25 metres high. They're 4,000 metres up in the Andean mountains. So they are miles away. We've got a much tighter grain. These casks that we brought this from, they're also roasted to a medium roast, 200 degrees for between 12 and 15 minutes. So what we've got a blend of relatively young in age spirit, but with such an explosive taste. When you get that chocolatey aroma at the end of it, it'll blow your mind.
And so the process for us, you'll get a few options each year, and basically you and your team will decide we want this to be our Fèis release. Is that how it works?
Absolutely. We sit down with the brand home team and operations team, and we'll sit down. We'll taste 3 or 4 different options, and we'll sit and debate, discuss, and then you'll find that people. So this time it was really unanimous. This one wasn't it? When it was really unanimous. So out of them all, this one could sail.
That sounds like a pretty good day's work. So if you need an extra opinion,
I can imagine people getting more animated, the more samples they have. This is the best one.
Exactly. So I'll let you pour it for us. It'll be really interesting to see what this is like. Just over 1,400 bottles of this available, which is excellent. Thank you so much for sharing.
I know this is going to be a real treat. The Colombian Oak is kind of. So I think we've had 1 or 2 before, and I think halfway through the video we realised it was Colombian Oak, and we both realised we knew nothing what that meant.
What does that mean?
We both knew they make coffee in Colombia. So
Yeah.
coffee notes. We'll
Something
see how it
different.
goes.
We know we like Virgin Oak influence, especially on younger whiskies. Thank you so much for sharing.
No,
Cheers,
thank you.
Lisa.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Make us feel
Cheers,
good.
Laurie.
Cheers.
Oh, the nose is incredibly welcoming.
Yeah.
And so again, clearly, would you describe that as a heavily peated spirit, or are you kind of that medium level? What?
This is medium level for definitely medium level.
Yeah, the nose is actually quite subtle and welcoming.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
How's the palate, Laurie? Again, cash strength this as well. It is worth saying.
It is good. Yeah.
57.8%.
I think for fish bottlings, you want to have something a bit special. Obviously, as we say, for Caol Ila Day, it's a celebration of the distillery.
Yeah.
Lisa, when you're planning events, and as you say, you had some input in the bottle as well, what are the main boxes you want to tick with a fish release?
We've got a lot. So at the minute, funny you should mention the coffee link, because we're working closely with a local company, Isla Coffee Company.
Okay.
Wow.
So we're doing. They've worked really well with us. They've matured some of the beans and
Nice.
things like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a cocktail tasting and things like that.
Excellent.
But yeah, we've got lots going on leaning into the number 8. You'll see sort of number 8's painted all over the site and things like that. We've got
Okay.
little
Yeah.
Easter eggs almost.
I like it, yeah.
It's good.
And so people will come here during the festival and then out with the festival for warehouse experiences, and you can fill your own here, etc. There's quite a lot to offer at the distillery.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got our standard tour, we've got a cast draw, normally we've got you fill your own experience. Emma Gaudi of Isla Coco, so she does a fish experience for us every year, but we're actually going to be doing that as part of our regular offering now. We're sort of working closely with our luxury team to do a more premium offering as well, so
Nice.
it's a really exciting time for us. So.
Yeah.
That's a belting dram. A little bit of spice from the Virgin Oak as well, which again is not atypical. I'm going to add a wee bit of water to it. How are you finding it, Martin?
So I find it absolutely amazing. I was just about to say when you give it the addition of just a little bit of water,
Yeah.
it changes it, and really for me it started bringing through a real chocolatey aroma,
Yeah.
a real fruitiness.
The nose is really fruity now, that wee touch of water.
fruity, yeah. And you can actually feel it developing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's a reassuring amount of smoke.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, in terms of the wider whiskey population, some people do struggle with that.
Yeah.
I mean, if yourself or us, you struggle with
Absolutely.
with big peated whiskies.
Absolutely.
And here it doesn't dominate. There's kind of layers to it, there's complexity to it. The smoke is just one of those aspects.
I
And it
would,
works
also,
really
I
well.
would also say, Laurie, doesn't taste 8 years old to me.
No,
Again,
yeah.
you don't really take that age into account. You might see it on the bottle and have preconceived notions,
Yes.
but that use of the Virgin Oak, it's a mature spirit. And also, we're seeing more than ever whiskies being bottled at 7, 8, 9 years
Yeah,
old.
I think I
Is
was,
that young anymore?
I was kind of reassured to see this wasn't, 19, 20 plus years old.
Yeah.
Because at that sort of age, the cask will take over and you'll
Yeah.
lose that taste of Islay.
But equally, not an on-age statement. It is
Yeah.
really nice that they've given us
Yeah.
that. We're really proud of this spirit at this age,
Yes.
which actually says a lot. With the water and the palate, have you had a wee taste for it?
Yeah, it becomes a little bit softer. Obviously, it's great that it's bottled at a generous strength. It does mellow it down slightly for me with a few drops. It's quite a robust dram.
Yeah.
I think it does take water very well, so it's a good swimmer.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this Colombian Oak and whiskey continues. I actually still think that little spiciness is there, but I agree with dark chocolate. Coffee really develops from the back of the palate.
Absolutely.
An absolute pleasure to sneak away and try this dram with you. What a fantastic release, what a fantastic festival. Thank you so much for sharing it
No,
with us.
thank you. Thank you,
Cheers.
guys.
Thanks.
Cheers.
guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, Ross, a great time at Caol Ila as always. Obviously, a fabulous distillery to visit. A really impressive, quite quirky, different whiskey.
Yeah.
I thought.
Stunning brand home. As you mentioned, those four corners of Johnny Walker look fantastic. Trying a new Caol Ila and trying a new cash type.
Yeah.
Certainly for peated whiskey, having this Colombian Oak. It's £110 a bottle, less than 1,500 bottles available. So for Diageo, fairly rare as well.
Absolutely, really good to meet the new distillery manager
Yeah.
as well. Martin, thought he was really great, really
good
good fun.
character.
He seems a little bit nervous about his first fish, but he's done a great job. with his bottling, I
100%.
thought.
And where are we off to tomorrow, Laurie?
Tomorrow we are off to Lafroig, south of the island, see what this year's Carchus releases. So that'll be really good, really exciting.
I'm a little bit nervous for it, but looking forward to it at the same time. Let us know what you think about Caol Ila in the comments, and remember to like and subscribe.
Cheers.